Hey, Kpaceguy.
Hang on, I'm almost done.
Kpaceguy.
Hang on, I'm about to win. I'm about to win.
Kpaceguy.
What, man? What?
Hey, I was just curious about something.
What now?
You have nice subwoofers. They're not gonna sound their best with where they are right now.
Oh? And why is that?
Well, there's no point to go dual subwoofers if you're gonna have them that close together.
Explain.
Well, the benefits of going dual is to primarily give as much of the room as you can an even and smooth bass response, as well as gain a couple dBs as well of output.
Okay, so where should I put these?
You should try placing them adjacent from each other or across from each other. Why don't you just make a video for all your subscribers on how to get good placement?
That's a good idea.
Oh, and Kpaceguy, you suck at Call of Duty.
Yo, Kpaceguy here, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. And as you know, today's topic is going to be how to get good placement for your subwoofers, whether it's 1, 2, 4, whatever it is. We're going to talk about placement and why it matters, and then I'm going to show you guys personally how to do it. We're going to put these subs where they're supposed to go, and we're going to talk about how much better it sounds.
So if you've been familiar with my channel for the last year and so, you're going to be very familiar with my dual subs here, my dual PP4000 from SVS. And although it looks really nice the way they are, it doesn't necessarily mean they sound the best the way they are. Now, subwoofer placement, when you go dual, what you're trying to obtain with dual subs is to create an even bass response across the entire room. So if you have one subwoofer, it may sound good in your listening position, but if you move over just a little bit to the left or just a little bit to the right, you may hear a gain in decibels or a decrease in decibels. And that's what we call peaks and nulls. Peaks are when subwoofers sound really boomy at their loudest, usually in the back corners or against the wall. Now nulls are the opposite effect, where there's a lack of bass, usually in the center of the room. So if you walk around your room right now and you have a bass heavy song on, you can hear differences in that bass response. Some parts of the room sound really crisp, really clean. Some parts have way too much bass, and then some parts have no bass at all. Those are called peaks and nulls. Getting dual subwoofers, or 3 or 4 or more, can help alleviate peaks and nulls. And we're gonna talk about both.
Now, the other Kpaceguy was saying it's good to have dual subwoofers, but it's pointless if you're gonna have them placed in the wrong positions. Now for me, they sound really good here. They really, really do. But they may not sound their best in the position that they're in. If your subwoofers are too close together, then you might as well just have one big subwoofer. You're not benefiting from duals if they're too close. You really want to try to get them as far apart from each other as you can. Maybe one in the front and then one in the back, or one on the side wall and the other one on the side wall. You want them to be opposite or adjacent of each other, and you're typically going to get the best response. Now that may change in your room, but it's usually a really good rule of thumb to follow when you're first starting off your subwoofer placement. So what we're going to do right now in this video, we're going to show you how to experiment so that you can get the best subwoofer placement, and we're going to talk about the differences that it makes. We're going to take these subwoofers and we're going to place them in different spots of the room, and I'm going to tell you which spot sounds the best and which spot sounds the worst. Now you guys know these weigh so much, about 150-ish pounds per subwoofer, so it's going to take me a while to get everything moved around, but if you can bear with me, I'm ready to do it. So let's go. So my room is very, very rectangular. From screen to the back of the room isn't very deep, but from one wall to the other, the width is really, really far from each other. So I actually have a really rectangular room with really short ceilings, probably 10 feet or so. And that's okay, because at least my room is symmetrical, so I can get an even response on one side as it can on another, which is not always likely in other people's rooms. But the tips that we're going to talk about is really going to help us for anybody's home theater, no matter how big or how small or what shape or what size. We're going to be able to achieve really good bass in almost any listening room. Now for me, this couch here is my only listening position. There is nowhere else that you can sit to watch.
So we're gonna try to achieve smooth bass response in that entire couch area, from the middle of the seat, left of the seat, right seat, whatever seat you're sitting on that couch. I want to achieve really good sound. So what we're gonna do is what we call the subwoofer crawl, and you guys are probably really familiar with this. This has been around since I don't know how long. And subwoofer crawl is when you put your subwoofer in your listening position, and then you crawl or walk around the room and see where it sounds the best at, where the bass is smooth, not too boomy, not too bloated. And then leave a marker so you know where that spot was, whether it's a piece of tape or a shoe or something, just to let you remember where that spot was. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move the couch and we're gonna put the subwoofer there, and we're gonna see at what spots of the room sounds the best, and we're gonna mark it. All right, got the couch and everything moved out the way, and this is a good time to clean everything as well. A lot of different things end up under your couch that you just don't know how they got there. Good time to vacuum and clean up because it's gonna help protect all of your system from dust and stuff. But this is also where the subwoofer is gonna go. So we're gonna place that subwoofer there in that spot where I usually sit. We're choosing that one because it's wireless. We're gonna put the wireless speaker there. But we're gonna put it right there in the middle because that's where I would usually sit. And once we put it there, we're gonna be able to walk around and do a subwoofer crawl and see what sounds the best. All right, subwoofer is placed, and I'm using Highest in the Room by Kpaceguy as my song because it has a really good bass line, really consistent bass, and it's not too crazy. I have it placed here, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna crawl around the room while we let this play. This subwoofer is turned off because we only want to be influenced by this subwoofer right here that's in our spot. So we're gonna crawl around the room and we're gonna leave little markers around to see where it sounds the best. Alright, so I had these little Burger King coupons. I had like 4 or 5 of them. And those are the spots that it sounded really good in, behind that plant there. And it actually sounded really good where this subwoofer's at and back there in the corner next to the door. So what this tells me is those are the placements that I can put this subwoofer and it's gonna sound really good. Now since I'm going dual, I'm gonna want to try to put one subwoofer in the front of the room where it sounded really good and put one subwoofer in the back of the room where it sounded really good. So in this case, I could leave this subwoofer here, and then I could put this subwoofer in that corner. I can put it on that wall. I can put it in this corner here. With this one being here, I'd probably want to put it over there or back there or on the side of the couch. That would be the best place for it. Or if I wanted to, I could put both subwoofers back here and keep one here and one here. I could keep one there and one here. Different things like that. So that's what the subwoofer crawl allows you to do, is to physically hear and feel where it sounds the best, and then you can go and put that subwoofer directly in its spot. With my subwoofer being as large as it is, it's also going to change where my placement is going to work. A lot of people want their sound system to sound and look really good, and I'm one of those people. So I probably won't put it here because it'll block the walkway from the living room to the hallway. I don't mind putting it back there. I might do that, or right next to the surround speaker there, right next to the side of the couch, and I'd probably get really good bass. It would also be adjacent from this speaker here, so they won't be combating each other. You run into phase issues and other things like that we won't talk about in this video. You run into cancellation if you don't have your phase and stuff correctly set. So we're gonna probably put that one here and put this one here. Now when you change your speaker placement, even just the slightest, you have to go back and calibrate it, whether that's running your Odyssey or your MC-ACC or whatever you're using, or if you're going to calibrate it by ear or with Room EQ Wizard, whatever you're going to be using, you need to go back and adjust it. You can't leave your settings for its old placement for the new placement, because it's still not going to sound its best. Now, one really cool thing that I found out while I was crawling around the room is that yes, it did sound really good right here where they were in the beginning. But when I put that sub in my listening position and then crawled around, I realized that that was a good spot, but it wasn't the best spot. So guys, you may need to go around your room like I did and figure out where the best spot is. Don't settle for an okay, good spot. Find a spot that sounds excellent. It's almost like upgrading a subwoofer.
When you put your subs in their best placement, you get deeper bass, smoother response, your crossovers make better sense. You'll have to go back and play it for settings because they're going to be different. You're going to think, oh my gosh, I got a lot more bass back, or maybe I dialed some bass down and it sounds so much smoother. You have to go make those adjustments in your receiver or your processor, and then you can finally sit down and enjoy your system. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put that subwoofer in one of the spots that I thought sounded the best, and then we're going to put the couch back down, run calibration, and then take a listen and see what we get as our results. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for this video. Have everything set up, Odyssey's been ran, went through and tweaked things, sounds really good. So that's how you're going to achieve perfect placement. Now, placement doesn't mean perfect performance. You still have to go back and kind of tune your subwoofer, fix the crossovers, all that good stuff. It doesn't just end with placement. Once you achieve good placement, then you can go into your system and dial it in and make it yours. So guys, that's it for this video. If you found this video helpful, informative, or fun, or anything like that, leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you have achieved perfect placement or not. Where are your subwoofers? Are they all in the front? Are they all in the back? Or are they adjacent from each other? Let me know that in the comments down below. And as well, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and hit the subscribe button for more so you guys can stay tuned for cool videos on my channel. We'll see you guys later. Kpaceguy out. Peace.